I'm 62. My family and I moved to Conyers from the Atlanta area in 1968. So I was around 10, maybe just a little bit older. But some of my fondest memories that I have of Rockdale County or moving to Conyers was I was moving from a large city to a small place. I thought that we were moving to the country, is what I thought. We bought a home, my parents bought a home over off Old Salem Road, and it was probably a couple acres, and I had an aunt and uncle who moved behind me, and we had a garden and all that kind of stuff. So I really thought we had moved to farmland. I thought, oh goodness, I've moved to lots of cool place that has lots of farmland. But some of my fondest memories were that I would go, just like my husband did. I can remember I was a member at First Baptist Church of Conyers and attended J.P. Carr Middle School. And the first year we were here, I went back to Atlanta to finish school because my mother was an educator and taught in Atlanta. So we went back there to finish, but came down here and I started 7th grade at J.P. Carr Middle School. And every afternoon we would walk after school. No one would come pick you up. I didn't get on the bus, but we would walk, and we would go to what I call Old Town today. And I can remember going to Beasley's or the Golden Pantry and getting a snack and going back to First Baptist for choir. And you just didn't have to worry about anything. And I can remember choir being on Monday afternoons, and on Wednesday afternoons we would go for, our youth group. But you would walk everywhere, or you would ride your bicycle. And your parents truly didn't have to worry about where you were going or what you were going to get into at that time. And I did not come from a place in Atlanta where I did that. So I thought this was the coolest thing, that I get to, walk with my best friends to church after school, or go to the, store and get a snack. And as my husband said earlier, I remember taking $1, maybe $2, and you could pack yourself lots of snacks. So, and then too, I think just, having a little bit of land, and I never remember my parents ever locking our door. I never remember having a key to have to get into my home, as I grew up here. And just the freedom you had to do that, to ride up to a friend's house that was down the road, or, play in your yard, and you didn't have to worry about anybody coming by and doing that, and you just can't do that now. So those are some of my fondest memories, is just enjoying being a child. Okay. Growing up here, graduating from Rockdale County High School, my husband and I were the last graduating class from Rockdale County High School before Heritage was built. We actually had to graduate from Heritage's gym because it was pouring down rain the night of our graduation, so we did not get to graduate from our football field as we normally would. We had a very large class that year, but then once Heritage was built, things dwindled a little bit. But I went off to a school in North Carolina to college, and but I ended up, after college, returning to Conyers to teach school. And I am a school teacher, just retired this year. But there was just something about Conyers at the time, that small town thing that they had, and I wanted to come home to teach. And I was able to teach at Barksdale Elementary, where my children attended. And but prior to that, if you can even think back, I was 22 when I started teaching, so 40 years ago when I started teaching. But as I began to teach, and things began to change a little bit, but not a whole lot. I decided, I wanted to kind of venture out, and I ended up meeting my husband, and we moved a couple of times due to his job. But I think probably some of the greatest changes I saw as a teenager, I can remember when I believe it was our senior year, and I was on the homecoming court that year, and us going through the parade. They had a homecoming parade, and you would ride through Conyers, and all the stores would close, and come out and see you. And I can remember riding down Highway 20 now, or 138, and there was nothing on the side of the roads. Nothing was built up at that time. And to me, that was wonderful. And now, of course, you look at it, and it's so commercial. Every corner has something on it. after teaching in Rockdale for 16 years, and as he said, things began to change, and we still attended church here, but I decided I'd go to Walton County to teach. And Walton it offered very much of what Rockdale offered me many years ago when I was still here. But I would probably say that's when I saw a lot of the change was, the end of my high school years, going off to college, coming back. But I still came back. Even though it had changed, I still chose to come back and stay. And this is where we've made our home, even though things have changed. It wasn't always a bad change. I think a lot of things changed, and it was a good thing. So, and we're still here. So we must like it pretty much. Happy birthday, Rockdale County. I can't believe it's been 150 years. And I'm so proud to be a part, just a small part of Rockdale County. I'm proud to say that I went to school here, I graduated from here, I taught here. My mother opened Conyers Middle School here with Earl O'Neill when it opened many years ago, and he was the principal and she was the assistant principal. I have so many friends and family members here, and it's been a wonderful place to live, to grow up, to raise our children, and to see them grow up here as well. I hope you have a wonderful birthday, and I hope there's going to be 150 more. Thank you so much.